Hi everyone. So we just finished reading the story The Greedy Triangle by Marilyn Burns. And if you guys remember from the story, we had a character who was a triangle in the very beginning. And he tells us that he's bored with being a triangle and doing the same things and being the same shape. So he takes a trip to the shapeshifter who turns him into a square first. So he's happy with being a square for a little bit, and eventually he becomes bored of that too. So he goes back to the shapeshifter, who then turns him into a pentagon. And this pattern keeps going on through different shapes, and he keeps getting bored of that same shape and asks him to change him again. So eventually he has way too many sides and way too many angles that he said he can't keep his balance. His friends don't know what side he's on, so they've been avoiding him. And one day he is going down a hill and he starts rolling and he can't stop because he has way too many sides and angles. So this is when he came to the realization that he needed to go back and get changed back into a triangle. And he didn't understand why he never wanted to be a triangle in the first place. So he gets changed back and everything is good again. So throughout the story, though, we get introduced to a lot of different shapes. So for our activity, we are going to include a lot of those different shapes that we heard about as well. And throughout the book, too, you get to see, as he's in those different shapes, you get to see different things that are those shapes. So for example, when he's the square, you get to see him as a picture frame. And I think there was a book. He was a book in one of them. And all of those are shapes of a square. So for this, we have here on the left side, we have all of our shapes. So we have triangle, square, pentagon, hexagon, and these aren't all the shapes that we have, but these are the shapes that we're going to focus on for this activity. And at the very bottom here, I have choose a shape. So at the very end, I'll explain that you will pick a different shape that's not mentioned. So up here, I have a bunch of different pictures, and not all of them are the same shape. Not all of them are the same thing. So what you're going to be doing, and this could be done online, on like tablets or on the computers, or it could be printed out and used in class. So for online, if we did it online, what you would do is you would go to a shape. So we have triangle here, and you would look through your shapes here, and you try and find one of the shapes that is a triangle. So what we know about a triangle is that it has three sides. So if you're going through them, let's say we start with this one. So we have one side, two side, three, and four. So since that has four sides, we can already rule that out, that that's not a triangle. So if we look at this one, for example, this kind of looks like a triangle shape. So if we count the sides, we have 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to assume that that's a triangle. So for online, what you can do is just drag the shape into the triangle section. So for each shape, there is 4 pictures that should represent that shape. So you're going to fill in the whole chart with all the different shapes. So once you've done that, you're going to go down to choose a shape, and you're going to pick a shape. It could be one from the story that they mentioned that's not included in the chart, or it could just be a different shape that you enjoy. And what you're going to do is you're going to draw different things that you see, like in everyday life, at home, at school, at a restaurant, at the park, and you're going to draw 4 pictures of those things that represent that shape. So you get to kind of be creative with this. And if this were done in class, instead of dragging these pictures, what you would do is cut them out and paste them into whatever section they belong to.